Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. And let's see, it's early in the morning. I just got done doing my exercises, and it was 29 degrees this morning. After yesterday, 77, 78 degrees yesterday. It was nice yesterday, except for it was really windy. And I mean, really windy. It was between 25 30 miles an hour wind yesterday. So it made it a little tough on the motorcycle. Uh, I'll mention this, but I'm thinking on making a series of videos. It'll be a reality check, and it'll be some of the things that I've seen, and uh, I haven't been able to come up with an explanation on it. So I think it's just one of these things that is just a reality. And if it's a reality, then that is something that you have to deal with. And this is what I want to make a series talking about this kind of stuff. But anyway, now this is something, but I guess this is kind of a reality here. And I've been having people make comments on phone calls, emails, and stuff like that. They People don't understand on the gold and silver. They don't know how it works. Okay. And it's funny because I was talking to somebody that they're getting ready to do a barter uh, organization, or some kind of thing where they're going to start bartering. And uh, I think people don't realize and understand how gold and silver, the value of gold and silver, because they are in a make-believe kind of financial world. And once that make-believe financial world starts crumbling, then you can see the value of gold and silver. I'm not saying then you're going to know how it works. I'm not saying that, but you're going to see, oh, that's what makes gold and silver have value. Okay. Now, the first thing is we'll go on the price of gold and silver. And okay, now the price of gold and silver, I would like to say, in general terms, the price of gold and silver has not changed since, I don't know. I mean, since whenever gold and silver had value, whenever it had value, whenever the humanoids decided there's value in gold and silver, whenever that started, it's the same price as what it was at that time. Okay, it's the same price. So, in other words, gold and silver is the basic of value. That is the base of value. When you see, okay, a good one is 1999 going into 2000. They were talking about the millennium change, and and all this kind of stuff, and I thought it was crazy because the price of gold was less than $300 an ounce. I think it was 280 is what it was, and it cost more than that to mine it. So, and I was buying all I could get. The problem was nobody was selling it. It was hard to get. But I was buying everything I could find. And the thing is, so figure $300. So a 1 ounce coin is $300 for a gold coin. Okay, right now it runs about $2,000. Okay, now is it more valuable now than what it was 2000? It's not. It's the same value. Now, what has changed was how many dollars will get it. And why? That's called inflation. The dollars have been losing value a lot. I can't even remember. I think new cars were probably somewhere $10,000-$12,000 in the year 2000. So in 22 years, it's changed a lot. And now it's funny. At that time, I used to buy silver dollars, and $4 each, not $4.10, not $4.25, $4. And some people would sell it to me and some wouldn't. When I say people, I'm talking about pawn shops and coin shops. And like I say, for me, I really don't care the quality of the gold and silver. So if my uninterested in the collector's stuff, then I can get it a lot cheaper. The collector's stuff is a whole lot more expensive. And but you need to find a collector the collectors will pay you. The only thing is, are they collecting that particular piece that you're working with? And so that's why I stay away from that stuff. I do let's see, just like pre-64 1964 silver coins, silver dollars. Let's see, was it bullion? And now see, in 33 or something like 1933, something like that, the government called in all the gold coins. And just to let you know, the scam, they called it in, and I want to say it was about $30 an ounce for a gold coin at that time. And 30, 31, 33, 34, something like that. That's how much a gold coin, and the government paid that much for a gold coin. And then after they got it, well, then the price went up to $37. So in other words, you should have kept your gold coins. But most people were good citizens and they turned them in. But you can still find them now. And like I say, now those are collector coins, and they're going to be more than a bullion gold coin because of its collector's value. Okay, all right. I think that explains where the value comes from on gold and silver. And okay, now the next thing is, I mentioned that people will do half their labor for gold and silver. In other words, you're a car mechanic, and it's going to cost $100 for the parts and $500 for the labor to put that $100 part in. Okay, mechanic. Now, I'm not saying all mechanics, and I'll get into this. Now, the mechanic will charge $250 in gold and silver. Well, I'll take that back. They won't charge that. They're not going to tell you. Now, they might say, well, we'll give you a cash discount, 10%. No, the cash discount has nothing to do with gold and silver. And so, in other words, they've already jacked the price up, and then now they'll bring down 10% because you belong to this club, or something like that. But that's not what we're talking about. Now, what you do is you offer you need to tell them. I do. Now, I'm not saying, you need to, because I think if they understand it, they're going to know already. But I mention it anyway. I said, well, it's $500 for labor. I'll give you about $250 in gold and silver. And who's going to take that? And I've got a lot of people been telling me, isn't that going to work half price and stuff like that? Okay, all right. Okay, it works for successful people. Now, you can take that as you want to. You want to say, Mike, you're saying I'm not successful? You can. I don't care how you take it. I am telling you who will take it. Somebody that's successful. Somebody that's successful means they know what gold and silver is. And like I say, they know their labor. They're probably not, all their paycheck isn't going to making payments, because they're smart enough not to be in debt. So that's called somebody successful. The least amount of debt you're in, the more successful you are. And then, like I say, they will take the half price in gold and silver. One reason why I have gold and silver that is pretty, it's unique, something that, they've never seen this before, or something like that, but it's all the same value. Gold and silver is the same. Now, the goldsmith that's over there working on it and beating it and grinding it and shaping it and doing like that, now he's going to add value to it. That's why I do coins, mainly coins. Something where they just stamp it out and that's it. No big deal. But when they're going to start adding cost by putting their labor in it, I don't want it. So I'd rather I'm just going to pay for the gold and silver, the value of the gold and silver in it. So, and that's what I mean when I say that somebody will do it half price. And I say, it's not everybody's going to do it. How many successful people you think there are? And that's what I was talking about, the reality check. I have, through the years, I'm a 73-year-old guy, and I haven't been hiding. I've been out. I've been out amongst the people in different countries. And so I have learned how successful people think. And I say, I was taught this. Not everybody is taught that. That's one reason why I'm teaching you, so you can teach your children. So when the barter system comes, you'll have some kind of idea how to work it. But you got to know what it is that you're working with. Right now, can you imagine being in Russia? Okay, the ruble is 1 penny, so 1 cent, so, the value of their money has just plummeted. And Then been in 2 countries where money that was it. There was no money. The money just went away. And then the government says, this is your money. And the idiots said, oh, that's money. So then they put value on that money instead of learning how to get around the money. That's what I'm talking about. You'll always have value with gold and silver. This is something, I think, since mankind, but I don't know. I wasn't around, I wasn't around that long. And, but since mankind put value, tried to get some kind of a civilization going, they were using gold and silver had a value. You've heard stories that, salt had value, and that's right. Beads had value. There's a lot of things that had value, but gold and silver is one of these things that's kept its value. That's what you need to think on. You need to think on it. You need to teach your children, so then they're half smart, because like I say, the school's not teaching. So you've got to step in and teach your kids things that are valuable. And that's one of the valuable things. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.